Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Retirement Trades. If this is your first time here, thanks for coming in and checking it out. And to all you loyal followers that keep coming back, I'm super grateful for you all. We're building a little community here, and it's pretty cool. We're up to almost 200 subscribers now. We got I think a little over 30 people in the Discord. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but if you consider the Discord didn't exist 2 or 3 weeks ago, and this channel didn't exist, 2 to 3 months ago. So yeah, we're doing well. But enough for wasting time. Let's take a look at the markets and see what's going on. We obviously have a big green open here. I mean, actually, the open fell off pretty quick, but quite the recovery. I haven't had a chance to look at the news headlines, so I don't know what might be driving the market today. But it looks like we had a little bit of a pullback here right around lunchtime. Not terribly surprising. Just it happens. No big deal. Excuse me. But anyways, let's take a peek and see what the portfolio is doing. All right, no surprise here. AMD did not have a terrible report, but they did not have a good earnings report either. So I hate to say it, but I am going to be stuck holding the bag on this for, quite a bit longer. Luckily, the call that we purchased, the leap we purchased was September 19th for 115. We're down to 111. Kind of funny. Look at the chart here. Last night, I mean, it was looking good throughout the day. And is that? Yeah, so this was yesterday's trading here. And ran up throughout the day, closed at a high, actually closed in the touch the 125 mark here. Right about the time the earnings call was starting, and then people did not like what they heard, so plummeted. Like I said, I still believe in AMD quite a bit. Basically, a little consolidation here overnight at that range. A little dip, but look at this. We got a bit of a strong recovery starting here in AMD. I did close a covered call in a larger account I had earlier. And today we're going to do the same thing here because look at this. I mean, this expires on Friday. We can hang out and wait 2 more days to get this $2, but it's not necessarily worth it. So let's do that first. Let's do something positive today and make this work. Okay, we're going to actually get on to the 2 cents, send, and gone. And that should fill here real quick. We may have to bump it to 3 cents, but hey, 3 cents turns into $3, not that big a deal. But once that's closed, we can look into where we might want to potentially open up another covered call, poor man's covered call on AMD and try and stack back some of this premium because right now it's not terribly exciting. Let's see what the big chart here says. Down 1,006 on that trade, but over activity. Nope. Overview. What am I looking at here? Come on. Analysis. Oh, there was a. What did I do wrong here? Overview. Don't need to see that chart. This is kind of where we're going. Position details. Let's just highlight them all and see where we're at. Why is this reading different? Oh, activity. No, that's not. All right, I'm going to have to see what they changed here in the software because just Monday we were looking here real quick. It showed us where we stood on all of our positions to date, and I don't know why that's not looking that way today. But let's move down the chart here. Intel's recovering some of the losses that we incurred, and look at that. Intel's having a nice run up today. That's exciting because once, actually, we may want to consider initiating a covered call around 20. We're into the stock for $20.50 a share. But yeah, let's see what if we can get a little bit of premium here today, because it is a big green day in the market. So let's see what is available. Let's look out to February monthly, and let's see, calls down here. Yeah, we could get for our price we own it at, we could collect another probably close to 50 cents. Let's just see what March has to offer here. Same sort of strike price. Oh, we can't get that same strike price. We can get the 20 for $1.25. That's not terrible. That doesn't sound so bad here. Man, well, we look out one more month just for fun. Okay, it's starting to taper off a little bit here. We can get the quarter going up to $21 price. We're not going to get that 2050 here on the monthlies. All right. Back to February. We get the 2050 there for, well, that's only 2-ish weeks away, and we can collect another $49, we'll call it, but it's yeah, let's do that. Let's make sure we're in the right side. We're on the call side, and we want to sell the call for our strike price that we had, or split the difference, the $49, and send that off. And look at that, we're filled. So let's jump in and look at our Intel position on the spreadsheet. And we today have, let's see, as of today, we have sold a call for the 21st, just over 2 weeks away, for the 2050, and one position, and 49 cents, 1.13, and there we go. Yeah, so even though we're under the price we owed in the stock at, because of all the premiums we've collected along the way, we're still up $81 on Intel. So that is fairly exciting. So back into the charts here, we got a new position there. Let's work our way down here. Mara, okay, this is for next week, next Friday, expiration date, and we are still above that 17 strike price. Collected 29% of, or earned 29% of that $100 premium that we collected there. Still underwater on this one, but that's not till a little over 2 weeks from now. We will probably end up rolling this one, but who knows? You know, Bitcoin could go absolutely haywire today or tomorrow, and we're out of the money on that too. So not a huge deal. Look at this riot, man. This is next Friday's closing date, but guess what? We can get 82% of that money right now. We have 2 contracts on that one, so we will made $102. And let's see, how many days we've been in this trade? We have 9 days till expiration. We've been 9 days in this, made $100 on a $12 stock, $11 stock. So let's do that. Let's just take that riot. Why are you? Go close. Oh, let's see. What am I not understanding about this? It's because I have 2 contracts that it's okay. 2. Let me clear that. I want to go back and read that again just to make sure I'm not doing something bizarre. Close positions, default quantity. No, we want to close our full position is what we're going to do, and try and get that back at 11 cents. And off it goes, and that one's still working. All right, let's bump the, be generous, go up to 3 cents there, even though we could probably absolutely let it ride to Friday to get that $3, but let's just get it done, get it off the table. We can look at something new. Okay, and Riot, let's do that one too. We'll go up the penny. Should close pretty quick. Boom. Okay, so we have back into the spreadsheet. We have closed. Let's see, AMD. We had this call here that we have now closed on today, and closing cost was 0.03 and 0.12 to close it. So we made a total of $412 on that. So we are still getting destroyed in AMD, but every little bit helps here. Let's look at Riot. We're going to come in and say we closed that position today. And what did we just sell that for? Man, 12 cents. And 12 cents. And so we made a total of $97 after fees, $97.62 there on the that Riot play we held for 9 days. Now let's look at this real quick here. We had a total of, well, what were we committed? We were committing. Let's do the math here super fast. I'm going to go 10.5 times 2 contracts times 100. This is going for saying we're not going to go by the buying power with the leverage and stuff. We're just going to say we had $21 potentially committed to Riot. Okay, and we have made 97.62. Okay, so 97.62 divided by 2100. So we made 4.6% in 9 days. Think about that. That is, let's wow. Okay, so I mean, honestly, that extrapolates out to nearly 50% over the year. If it was we could do that nonstop for the year. But that's amazing. 4.6% on the full amount needed, not just the buying power with the leverage. So I am excited. That's what this is all about. These little tiny gains. Somebody had commented basically, about, yes, my last video, one big trade one bad trade can absolutely tank an account. And that is true. And for the most part, it's a very true statement. And I will own that decision 100%. One, you guys know I flubbed up the math on that, or not the math, but the actions. I bought the leap call, and then I sold a put instead of a call against it. And that's the one that's really hung us up badly. We are down a lot on that one. We are, let's see, this position here. This has got to come. Yeah, we're $760 down on that position alone. That is what's killing this account, eating up the buying power and keeping us from making trades. But other than that, to be honest with you, I think I did the math yesterday, and all the other positions that we have traded here in Riot, Intel, Mara, not AMD, but Celsius, HIMS, Pfizer, Carnival, Silver, AT&T, this Goldberg, whatever, all those things there, we had made a total of just shy of $500 on a $10,000 account. And I was like, at the time I did the math, it's even more now, but at the time I did the math, it was $480 divided by a $10,000 account. We know it's 4.8%, and that would be not even 2 months time, 7 weeks. So yeah, that's astounding. You could take that times 7 even to get to the year. That would be, 34%, 35% return for the year, just taking these little tiny stabs. And if you follow the rules, like I did not do, it wouldn't be that hard. In fact, it's somewhat fun and not terribly stressful. Yes, you have something move against you from time to time, but most of these things are manageable, and with other options or rolling them out. That's the nice thing is the nice thing about options is you have options. So you guys need to keep that in mind if you want to get started here And yeah, and I really, somebody else had commented, asked me what I like about the TastyTrade platform here. And I will tell you, I'm not entirely sure. I've just been using it for 5, 6 years now, and I'm comfortable with it. I like the platform, the way it's laid out. I can find everything I need. They do make changes which don't make sense to me sometimes, but so it's telling us right now our overview on AMD for that trade is down 1492. Can I highlight two trades? Does that change? No, that's those two positions there. Okay, but that's not adding in the amount that we have made on premiums. Um, oh, that's what's missing. There was a small, there was a little drop down up here that had a time frame where I was able to go through the overview by a particular date and is the settings there? No, okay. Anyways, there was a way for me to select the time frame, and I'm not seeing that right now. So, yeah, I was able to see like all the positions we had held. But anyways, I'm gonna look at that, figure that out later instead of wasting you guys' time. But anyways, yeah, we're probably up realistically, even though year to date it says we're down 1,000. That's all AMD. That's my bad. I did that, and then other than that, we would in fact be up $500+ on this account. And so technically, we're winning if I wasn't a total idiot on the AMD trade. So speaking of AMD, let's take a look at the chart here and try and make some sense of this. Okay, so rose up today, pulling back here. I do not want to do a covered call too far below where our leap is, but this is only going to allow us, say, 112 is the peak of today. We might be able to get in for We might be able to get in for something around the 115 range. We collect a $200 premium here in just 2 weeks, which will help add. The only fear of that is if any good news or anything happens, which can happen. A lot of times these earnings calls, stocks will pull back, and then shortly after that, there's an explanation for the revenue or the projections or that the market finds acceptable, and they can bounce pretty quickly. So let's see what the March is. I don't want to get too far out here, but the March 115, that's a 470. If it moves in that direction, we would need to roll it rapidly. But the 120, man, that's $310. What is, let's go back, look at that February here. I mean, we can, okay, so let's just look at the 115. We can get in the neighborhood of 210 for February 21st, the end of the month. We can get about $3 for the end of the month. It's a weekly expiration, but that's not terrible. It's 90 cents more for 1 week. I like that idea. March 7th, the 115, not as appealing for growth as, let's see, 410, you're only getting $1 for adding 2 weeks there. So far, I'm going to say I like the February 28th. The 115 here, let's see, we can sell that, make sure we're on the right side. We can't be screwing things up here. We've already dug a big enough hole for ourselves. So I say ourselves, it was me, but I'd like to think you guys are kind of included in on this journey with me here. And I think you guys might feel the bumps just as bad as I do at times. So, okay, so kind of losing our $3 mark there. Let's do that. Let's go for that $3 on February 28th. That is a sold call for the 115 strike price. And review and send, and we've got it. So let's add that to the chart real quick here. Back to, let's turn Riot to red. Hold on. Why did you not go? It's red. I'll drag it down here. Why am I not seeing my color codes on the bottom of those? We're not full screen. That's why. Okay. All right. So AMD, today we have sold another call for February 28th at 115 strike, which is our leap contract strike price also. So we don't want that to go, but like we will have to roll if we have to, but we can hope that AMD just consolidates around the numbers it's at right now and works up towards that range, but doesn't quite hit it. Let's see, price was exactly $3, 1.13 entry, and our chart is up to date. Okay, so back to our positions. Man, look at this. We got buying power back with some of the moves we made today. Collect a little premium, and we got some breathing room. With that breathing room, let's see if we can't. I don't think I'm going to sell any premium today because, well, it's a green day. We try not to do that on a green day because we know we're not getting the best prices. But let's still run down the watch list here and just see what's happening. Okay, Riot, we just sold out of that. It's right around the center of the Bollingers there. Not quite up in the overbought range, but I couldn't resist 80%. And moving on to the next. Upwork. Okay, Upwork pulling back off of the Bollinger, just coming back under the overbought range. So we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe on a good red day, we'll be getting into that one. Gold. Let's see where we're at here. I don't know why I'm getting these delays here. I'm on pretty high speed internet. But okay, here we go. So, okay, sort of a consolidating. Ran that up a Bollinger, ran up in the overbought, and just kind of consolidating along here. Not making any great moves up or down, just like the market last couple days. So, Mara, man, I get trapped in this one too easily. So let's see here. See, we're getting down here. Okay, so rode this bottom Bollinger down. Definitely in the oversold range again. I hate to say it, I would not mind taking another position in Mara. I know that I am getting a little heavily involved here because I've already got 2 puts sold against it. But yeah, it's the low IV is just not that appealing. But let's go back here and look. I'm just going to look. I swear. All right, earnings coming up after February 1st. What is the availability here? What can we get for premium here for Mara selling a put? Man, we could probably get about $1 at that 17 mark and add to that other position that we have at the $17 mark. If we wanted to be cautious, we could get 75 cents going down 50 cents and collect that in 2 weeks. I do not want to get too heavy into that. You guys are probably yelling at your screen right now saying, don't do it, don't do it. And I hear you. I'm listening. See, I'm paying attention, guys. All right, so Vishay. And again, it's a green day. We're going to probably not be doing much here with the selling of puts today. Man, I just as soon as I caught this, put it on my radar and on the screen here, I thought about it, but look at that run up. They must have had a good earnings call or something. I haven't looked into the news, but very cool. A stock that can move that fast, I'm glad it's on my watch list because I will get an opportunity at some point. All right, so let's see. Intel, we know what's going on there. Ran up, consolidating, quick pop. Yeah, Celsius. We like this one. We had to sell it once short for premium, but we're definitely in the green on that. And it's man, it's continuing that drift down. There is still going to be opportunities to grab this down here when it gets oversold again and take short pops on it. You know, we might make 40 bucks here, 50 bucks there, but that's how you make those little tiny gains, and they add up, man. They add up by the end of the year. You start compounding them from year to year, and yeah, it really adds up. You can beat the S&P if you're just smart with your money. Oh, and you don't make wrong trades like the AMD. I'm just going to keep beating myself up pretty bad on that one. Trying to let it go, but it's going to be hard to let go until I can get close to breaking even, or actually break even and get it off my screen and keep it in my bigger accounts where it belongs. It's much easier to absorb things like that over time in the bigger accounts. This is a small account, has a very specific purpose, and we need to keep it that way. Okay, Sony, nothing interesting there. We're not going to see anything interesting here as far as opportunities, I don't think, today, because it's a green day. But we're going to look anyways, you know. And as soon as I say that, look at this, man. We've watched, you know, AT&T over the last few trading days had this massive sort of gap up, just consolidating along here. And who knows? A lot of times these things consolidate, waiting for their next move. And quite often the next move is in the same direction as the momentum of the last move, as long as it wasn't too far back. But all right, so realistically, I would totally consider taking some AT&T off of kind of near this line. And be honest with you, let's see, where's the lowest points of this been? 24 to 24.15. So what do we got offered over here in the $24 range? Okay, 2 weeks out, nothing great. Let's see if it has anything to offer there. No, okay, we're not seeing a lot of excitement here. $24, 26.28. Let's go to look at the March. 40 bucks for a month and a half. I'll wait for that to drift a little lower, where I can be a little bit more sure that I'm just going to get the premium and not be assigned. Let's see, Pfizer. What's Pfizer doing today? All right, let's see here. Pfizer, man, nice run up this morning. A little natural pullback after a run like that. And missed an opportunity possibly back here when it did this slide. I think I said last time we were going to, we haven't looked at the map or the charts together until since Monday, which was back here. I talked about the consolidation. I got busy yesterday. I really didn't spend any time looking at the market. This might have been some sort of a sign, but again, I don't ever try to feel like I've missed something. That FOMO chasing is always a bad idea. So let's just continue down the list here. Carnival, just trucking along. Little decline here. Close that. Little decline here back into Monday. Been consolidating since. Creeping up on the overbought range here. And next time we can get down here, hopefully we have some of this buying power left and we can make a move. So silver, let's see. Come on. There we go. Okay, so just doing its thing, trucking along a little above the middle of the Bollingers, just coming off the overbought. No opportunities there. And HIMS is over $42 now. I've got to take that off this list, man. I hate to do it. I'm not going to do it now because when I take it off of this list, I'm going to add it to one of my larger account lists because I'll start following it over there because I definitely like this stock. I just might need to get a full position in that over there. But yeah, anyways, just in the, man, that always freaks me out. I won't even swap out. Come back to the, come on. Computer's being difficult today, guys. I don't know if it's a connection or what. There we go. We can zoom out there now. Just in the time we've been talking, we were down here at the bottom of this red candle when we started, and the market is making a little bit move back in the other direction. So you guys know what to do, man. If you want to talk about this in more detail, hit the Discord. Link will be below. If you're watching this at a future time and the link is not working because Discord disables them after the while, always go to my newest video, or I try and keep the one in my channel page up to date, and those links should work. If not, just go to Discord and do a search for retirement trades and you'll find us. Other than that, like the videos. That helps me out a whole lot, lets YouTube know that people want to see this, and it'll show it to more people. And if you really feel like following along, subscribe and hit the alerts icon and all that good stuff. And I also, after talking to somebody asking me about the TastyTrade, I did add a link down below in the description of all my videos, and that is a link to TastyTrade to set up your own account if you're interested in trying it out. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, work with them, but it is a referral link, so I'll get a little kickback if you guys do set up an account, basically. But I use it because I like it. I talk about it because I like it. I've been using it since 2019, so that tells you something. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't use it. In fact, I use Thinkorswim through my Schwab account. I use Robinhood. Robinhood, I only keep another small account there. I did a drip system on that for a while, built it up to like $6,000, and that's just floating along. I don't even manage it. And then my big account is my Thinkorswim account. But to be honest with you, I prefer to do options in TastyTrade. There's a ton of options in the Thinkorswim, but it's not as easy to use. In fact, the guy that runs TastyTrade is actually the guy that created Thinkorswim back in the day, Tom Sosnoff. So thank you, Tom. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm just babbling here at the end, so that's ridiculous. You all have a great day, and I'll catch you all on Friday.